Hello everyone and welcome back to level 5 of Monster Manual Arts MMA. So let's go ahead and go over some of the level ups and changes that these guys have gone through. They've mostly gotten things from their class. In this case, Neville has gotten Uncanny Dodge. So when an attacker he can see hits him with an attack roll, he can take a reaction to half the attack's damage. So that's going to be very useful. And then see here, where is it? Actually, I think that's the only thing he did get. Oh, and his sneak attack damage went up. It's now 3d6, and then he also has his Cunning Strike, which he can basically forego one of his d6s to get one of these effects here. He can either withdraw, where after he attacks he can move up to half his speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Trip, where if the creature is large or smaller, it has to succeed on a dexterity saving throw or get the prone condition. Or poison, which basically just gives it the poison condition for 1 minute, and it has to make the save at the end of each of its turns. Otherwise, not much has changed about him. He hasn't really undergone any major changes. Trigva here, he got his extra attack now, so he can attack twice instead of once whenever he makes the attack action, which is going to be very helpful, because I kind of shifted him from being, big beefy attack guy to being big beefy tank. But yeah, so now he can do a little more damage. Nija's the one who underwent the most change, because like I kind of toyed around with doing earlier, I went ahead and I switched her charisma and her dexterity. So now her dexterity is +1. That's going to push her AC to 16. I did not change the order she selected at level 1. Mostly because I just didn't want to go through that much work of taking out the spell, giving her the proficiencies. But otherwise, yeah, it'll give her a little extra AC. Plus, the big thing is, of course, she got some new spells, particularly her level 3 ones, which I went with Spirit Guardians, which is going to be like a huge boon. Magic Circle, little less useful, mostly because it has a minute casting time. So it's not going to be something that she's going to cast in the heat of combat. But if the situation calls for it, I would allow her to make a stealth check and cast it before combat begins in order to trap or otherwise crowd control. And then she has Crusader's Mantle, which she's going to radiate a 30-foot magical aura and a 30-foot emanation, and while in the aura, she and her allies deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage. The only thing is that requires concentration, so she's going to have to choose between Crusader's Mantle and Spirit Guardians, and really depending on the situation, it might change which one she goes. Spirit Guardians is pretty good, all things considered. Now for Araneth, she also did not get much. She got some more sorcery points. Those have increased. Yeah, as for her, the only thing she really got, she got Sorcerer's Restoration, which is when she finishes a short rest, she can regain sorcery points, but no more than a number equal to half her sorcerer level, rounded down. So not something we're really going to handle in this particular setting, because again, we're not really worrying about rests for long rests. We're just having the characters fight fresh every time, so I didn't bother putting it on there. But she did, of course, gain spells, and her spells are just like Nija level 3. I gave her Counter Spell, and I gave her Fireball's the classic. You can't say no to Fireball. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, everyone takes Fireball. It's like, yeah, because it's Fireball, and it's awesome. But then she also got Fear and Fly from her Draconic Sorcery subclass. Those are always prepared for her, so she has those under belt. We have our easy encounter here. I'm recycling the Triceratops and the Bugbear. Sunday kind of got away from me, so I kind of needed something easy. So reusing these guys allowed me to basically, have an easy setup and didn't have to make new stat blocks for these. So we're going to go ahead and reuse them. I've already rolled initiative. As you can see, Neville's going first, followed by the Bugbear, Trigva, Nija, the Triceratops, and Araneth. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Let's see, what is the range on Neville's 60-20. Okay, yeah, so he's going to go ahead and he's going to give himself advantage on the soul knife attack by not moving, and he's going to throw that at the bugbear. So we'll just roll that twice. Fumble, so he's going to go ahead and take the 12. Although, hold on a second, we might take the 1. Hold on, what was his, whenever he rolls a 1 on a d20 test, he can re-roll the die. So, you know, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take the 1. This is going to be one of those weird things where you're going to want to take the 1, because then, although by the wording of advantage, interesting. You know, this is a scenario where I would allow him to take the 1 and roll that one again. I think that's one of those weird scenarios. So he's going to go with the soul knife blade, and then because it has the nick, he's going to be able to make a offhand attack with the same action. So that's not going to hit. So he gets 1d6, and he's just going to go with the 3d6 sneak attack damage, which I have finally shortcutted on his combat. So 9 and 10 is 19. That is most of the bugbear there. So let's see. So 1 is going to be 23, minus 9 is going to be 14. That's a lot of the bugbear right there. Alright, bugbear warrior, he's just going to go straight for Nija. And he's going to do the grab attack. 19, that's going to do it. So she is now grappled, and she's going to take 8 damage. And of course, Nija gave her inspiring speech, so everyone has 9 temporary HP. Trigva the Thunderer, he knows that Triceratops is a danger, so he's just going to stomp forward here. And you know what? He's going to action surge, which allows him to take 2 actions. And because he has extra attack, that means he's going to get to attack 4 times, because you can do it as part of the same action. So, action 1. Both of those are going to hit. Action 2. Fumble. And a 20. So, 3 of those are going to hit. And you know what? He's going to go all out. Well, I guess he can't technically go all out. But he's going to use his Psionic Strike to add another d6. So let's go ahead and roll the d6 for the Psionic Strike. 1. Okay. So then 3 flail damage. So 1. 12 is 13. 13, 8 is 21. 21 and 11 is 34. So that's 34 damage against the Triceratops. Oh, God, I have to do math now. Okay, well, I know the 4. And so 11 minus 3, so it's going to be 80. Math, my mortal enemy. Okay, Nija is up. She is actually going to go ahead and cast her Spirit Guardians. So, it's going to be a 15-foot emanation. She's going to designate her allies as immune per the spell's effects. So let's see here. It is a Wisdom saving throw, and her spell save DC is 15. So let's pull up that bugbear. And Wisdom save. Probably not going to make it. 14. What was her... Goldfish brain, what was her DC? 15. He did not make it. And so it is how much? 3d8. So alright, so that's going to be 9 damage on the bugbear. So that is going to be down to 5. Alright. Triceratops does not have room to do his charge, which the one thing I realized on the last fight with the Triceratops is I was doing the extra damage for its gore attack as if it had moved. I don't think that was going to change the outcome, because that's 2d8 is not going to take a lot out of 2d12 plus 6. So he's going to attack. Okay, that's going to hit Trigva, and that's 20. Yeah, see, 23 gore damage. That's just not gonna, you know, they're not gonna survive that at that level. So 23. So that 9 disappears. 10. it's going to be another 13. So he's down to 30. So see right here, just the one level up. These guys are doing so much better. Iran Araneth. What am I going to have her do? You know what? I didn't ask how big the room is. I said cast fireball. Okay, so let's see. It's a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point. So let's see here. So what we can do... Oh, looks like that's the edge of the map there. So 20-foot sphere. Sphere. Yeah, let's do no snapping. So 20... No, I don't want it to start there. I want... So 5, 10... Oof, okay. Yeah, so we can say that... Let's see here. So 20 feet is going to be about right there. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to have the fireball right there. And that's going to get the Triceratops. And that's going to save Trigva from a very fiery fate. So it is a dexterity saving throw. Her dex save, or her DC is 15. So, Triceratops. And oh, look at that. That's a -1 dex. 13, that's not going to make it. And so what is the damage on that spell? It is 8d6. Oof, ouch. 30 damage. Okay, that... Oh, I'm in the wrong mode. So 30 damage. It's amazing what a difference a level makes. Alright, back to Neville. He's going to go ahead and try and finish off that bugbear. Soul Knife, he's not going to move, so he has advantage. So 13's not going to hit, but 16 is, and then he's going to follow up with the same attack with Nick. That's a critical, so that bugbear is going to be dead pretty much. And then crit damage. So that's 11 on the bugbear. That's everything he has. Yet we're just going to go ahead and delete him from existence. Goodbye, bugbear. Alright, so now Trigva has already used his action surge. He is, however, going to go ahead and just attack again. And he can still take 2 attacks on the turn. 12 isn't going to hit. 26 is, so 1 damage. And you know what? He's going to go ahead and use another one of his psi dice. So we're going to go ahead and do the 1d. It's a 1d6 either way, so 11 damage on the Triceratops. So that's going to be 39. Yeah, because 15, 10, 1. Okay. I always have to convince myself of my own math. Okay, so what is Nija's radius of Spirit Guardians? 15-foot emanation. So you know what? 5, 10, 20. Yeah, we're just going to, well... Yeah, that should hit the Triceratops right there. So Triceratops is now going to have to make a... Wisdom save. That's not what I want, Corey. 1. I think it's safe to say he doesn't make it. And then that was... Let's see. 3d8. Alright. 6 damage. It's not nothing. Brings it down to 33. Alright. Triceratops is going to go ahead and attack Trigva again. 26 is going to hit. And 22 damage. Oof. Even on easy, these guys are just rough. Okay, Trigva's in just a small amount of danger. Iran Araneth, you know, she's going to come ahead... Yeah, she has enough movement. And she's going to go ahead and use her Healing Hands ability. It's somewhere. Here we go. Healing Hands for her action. 2. Wonderful. Bravo. Alright, well, you know what? It's 2 more than he has. And what does she have for bonus actions? I feel like she both has and doesn't have a lot of bonus actions. She's not going to Celestial Revelation for this. Oh, you know, she'll activate her innate sorcery, so it's not going to do much now, but in a tougher fight, it would be better for next turn. Neville Deep Hollow. Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, 30. He's definitely in range to do his usual. 16. That, oh, I forgot to roll the sneak attack damage last time. Oh well. 14, 16. So that one's going to hit offhand. 13 is not, so we'll do that. And then, oh wait, no, the Triceratops is a huge creature. Okay, we're just going to roll the 3d6 sneak attack damage. Alright, so that's going to be 12 and 9 is 21. So that's going to be, yeah, 12. Alright, and Trigva is going to, well, first thing is he is going to bonus action Second Wind and gain back 10 health. And then he's going to do his double attack. 13's not going to hit. 15 is. Roll the damage for that. What's sap again? I'm trying to remember what sap is. Oh yeah, oh yeah, he'll definitely use the sap. I gotta remember to use Trigva's weapon abilities. So Triceratops gonna take 7 damage. Not that the Triceratops is really gonna be able to do all that much. And then you know what? Nija is gonna go ahead. She's actually, you know what? Does her magic weapon thing is that a bonus action? Yeah, that's just an ability. So War Priest. Oh. As a bonus action, you can ignore attack, weapon, or unarmed strike. Oh yeah, so she's going to go ahead and she's going to just main hand attack with her mace. And then she's going to go ahead and bonus attack with her ability. So one of those hits. 7 damage, I believe that's everything. Yep, that's everything for the Triceratops. So as we can see, another easy encounter. Easy encounter is easy. Simple as that. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and heal these guys up, and then I will see you in the next encounter. Okay, so we got our next encounter here. This is our medium encounter. I've set them against a Myconid Adult and a Violet Fungus Necrohulk. That's a new creature from the Monster Manual. I've already rolled the initiative, as you can see here. We have the Violet and Fungus Necrohulk going first, then all of our adventurers. Neville used his ability to switch with Aran Araneth, and then the Myconid Adult goes last. That guy's probably not going to last very long. So, Violet Fungus Necrohulk. Let's see if I can remember what he does. Alright. So, Rhine Slam and Spore Bomb. What's the Spore Bomb do? 1d8 necrotic damage, and the target has the poison condition. So, yeah, I think he's going to do exactly that. Let's see here. It's a range of... What's the range on it? Oh, it's a 20-foot sphere. Oh, yeah, he's totally going to do that. 20-foot sphere, I think that's going to be all of them. Oh, yeah, so he's going to go ahead and do that. It is a 15 con save. Wait, I'm pretty sure it's a con save. Yep, con save, or it has the poison condition. Okay. So all of our heroes was 15, right? 15, okay. Come on, Corey, get your goldfish brain working. So, con save, Neville, 19, he makes it. Nija, con save, 4, she does not make it, she is poisoned. Ron Araneth, con save, 9, she does not make it, she is poisoned. Trigva, con save, 21, he makes it, he is not poisoned. So Nija and Araneth are poisoned, and they also take 86 plus 4 spore damage. Ooh, hold on, let me reread this, I just want to make sure. Yeah, 86 necrotic damage, oof. Okay, let's roll that. 27, now, I think Ron Araneth, yeah, she resists necrotic, so she takes half. So that's gonna be, we're gonna call it 13. I think you round down. I'm pretty sure you round down. So that's only 13 damage for her. So that's actually Really good. Always remember, let this be a lesson, always remember your resistances. Nija, on the other hand, does not have that. So she is going to lose 9 and then another 18. Okay, so not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Neville is going to go ahead. He actually is going to move. He's going to want to kind of get out of the danger zone there. He's going to move there. He'll just do a regular attack with his soul knife blade. 13, I believe that's going to hit. Oh yeah, value of 12, that's going to hit. So then he's also going to follow up with the other offhand with the same action. 20, that's going to hit, so let's roll that damage. And then we're just going to go ahead and roll the 3d6 sneak attack. Oh wait, what am I doing? There we go, 11. So that's going to be 23. Yeah, 23. I think that's everything. Oh yeah, Neville is just a complete badass, taking out that weak creature right away. Okay, so Nija is poisoned, which means she has advantage or disadvantage on her attacks. Let's see here. Okay, let's do this. She's going to cast her spells. So 3rd level. Oh, that's just extra radiant damage. Okay, but you know what? She's going to go ahead. She's going to cast Crusader's Mantle, so everyone does extra damage when they do hit. She's going to go up, and then she's going to use her bonus action to attack with her mace. But it's disadvantage. 15, I don't think that's going to hit, because that Necro Hulk, yeah, that's 17, so she did not hit. Araneth. You know what? She knows she has advantage. This is the time to break out a level 3 magic missile. So that's going to be 3 plus 2 more for each. So that's going to be 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3 and 3 is 6. 6 and 2 is 8. So it's going to be 18 damage altogether against the Necro Hulk. So let's see. So that's going to be 13, and then 8 is going to be 105. Alright. And this is why. Oh, and I think they have to remake the save at the end of every turn, don't they? One second, let me check something. Yeah, so it doesn't say she gets to redo the save to make the condition, so she's just... So they're both just kind of permanently poisoned right now. So Trigva is going to come up, and he is going to action surge, and so that's going to make his 4 attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 19. Oh, and you know, well, it's not going to matter right now. So yes, actually, you know what? He can do that. Hold on a second. Yeah, as a bonus action. So you know what? Right before he does that, he's going to bonus action to change his size. Oh, he's on grid snapping, isn't he? Yeah, disable grid snapping. Yeah, so he's going to change to his large form, because that's what he gets as a giant at level 5. It's not going to change the damage of his attack, so it's going to give him advantage on strength checks, which against the Necro Hulk it's going to be useful if it tries to grapple him. So let's see here. So that's 4 attacks. So that's 19, 13, 17. So only 2 of those are going to hit. And then he's going to use his... Oh, wait. Or is that a bonus action? Hold on a second. I think he can just do that. I don't think it's a bonus action. Yeah, it's a free action. So he's going to go ahead and... So he's going to do the psionic damage and then 2 flail damages. So 17... 17 and 6 is 23 damage against the Necro Hulk. So that's going to be 82. Alright. Mike an adult is dead. Violet Fungus Necro Hulk. Let me read this here. Yeah, he's going to try and absorb Trigva. He's going to grapple with them. So it's going to make a DC 15 strength check, which Trigva has advantage on. But this would be a cool thing. Like, honestly, this is the DM in me. It's like, your player just activated a cool ability, even though it's not necessarily, like, you could just try and absorb someone else, but at the same time, let him show off his ability. So 15, he just makes it, and he has advantage on it. So let's roll again. Okay, 8, he still makes it. So yeah, so this would be an instance of your player does the cool thing, do the thing that lets him show it off. So just saying. But yeah, so he just succeeds in the resisting the body absorption. Neville Deephollow is going to stay back, and he is going to throw his daggers. Since he doesn't move, he gives himself advantage. So that is going to hit, and then the offhand, the same thing. So that's 26. They're all going to hit. So 7-3, and then we're just going to roll the sneak attack damage again. So 10, 21. So that's going to be 61. Alright. Nija, I think, is going to Cure Wounds herself. Yeah, first level spell. Or first level spell slot. 13. She will take 13 healing. And I believe that is a bonus. Is that a bonus action, I believe? Oh, come on now. There we go. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. Cure Wounds. Oh, no, that's an action. But you know what? She's still going to go ahead and use her bonus action to attack. Oh, that's wrong button. Yeah, because she can use her bonus action to attack. So Mace. 20, that's going to hit. So she does 1d6 plus 2. Plus she has her mantle on. And that is going to be an extra, how much damage? $1d4. So you know what? That is nothing to scoff at. 1d4 radiant damage. So that's 11 damage against the Necrog. You know what? It's 11 damage that she otherwise would not have gotten to make. Alright. Araneth. She is going to go ahead. What does she have for bonus? Celestial Revelations. Oh, she's going to innate sorcery. And she's going to go ahead and cast Sorcerer's Burst with advantage. She'll probably just do it as fire. So 13, nope. 8 fumbles. So she's going to miss with that. Back to Trigva. Trigva is going to go ahead. Let's see here. Did he take damage? No, he didn't even take damage. So, yeah, he's just going to go ahead and hit him with the flail again. And it's 2 attacks because of his ability. So, yep, they're both going to hit. 7, 6, and you know he might as well just roll another psionic die. So that's 12 and 7 is 19. So that's going to be 40, 31. Yeah, I think this is just about over. Violet Necrohawk. He's going to go ahead and do a Rotting Slam attack on Nija. 26, that's going to hit. So that plus that, so that's going to be 18 damage. Actually, it's 18 damage. So she's going to have to make a con save for her Crusader's Mantle. Con save, Crusader's Mantle. 9. So Crusader's Mantle is down, and she takes 18 damage. Alright. Back to Neville. You know what? Neville, tried and true. Attack with advantage. Yep, that's going to hit. Offhand attack with the same because of Nick. That's going to hit. So damage, and then another sneak attack. So that's 18 altogether. Alright, so 18. So that's going to be 21. And, hold on, I know this 13. Alright, Nija. Let's see here. What can she do? You know what? She's going to go ahead and Guiding Bolt, and hopefully that hits, and then she can just give Ereneth regular... Actually, no, yeah, she's going to use a third spell slot. Cast that spell. So 10, and let's see here. It's a... Let me see here. What's her... First level. Oh wait, 10's not going to hit. What am I talking about? I'm thinking damage, so no, 10's not going to hit. Araneth. Actually, you know what? The advantage she has with innate sorcery cancels out the disadvantage she has. So she doesn't even need to... She can just do a regular... And it's 10 again, so it's not going to hit. Good job, everyone. Trigva, okay, what can you do? And you know, Trigva probably could have used his side dice, so double attack, both are gonna miss. Okay, he's gonna try and Rotting Slam Nija again. 14, that's not gonna hit. Neville doing his usual, just swinging away and throwing daggers. Okay. Oh, you know, he's gonna use his lucky to re-roll that. That's a fumble. So 11. That's not going to make it, but that 119 with the Soul Knife does, and it's advantage, so sneak attack. That's 13. And that's it. That's the Violet Necrofungus done. Yeah, so I would say this doesn't seem particularly difficult, at least not on the face of it. But again, this is a medium encounter, and these guys are, again, very fresh with everything. Like, they have all their spell slots and all that. So, but you can see how it would be dangerous if you've been through an adventuring day. But yeah, so I think that's still a very solid medium encounter. I think maybe they could have done... Really, the Myconid Adult was just was actually just fodder more than anything else. I would say if you wanted to, like if they're going in fresh like that, and you want to up the difficulty, I would say maybe add some more Myconid Adults, like just really kind of cheap, easy guys that can, you know, die fairly easily. But yeah, and of course, you know, Trigva got to show off his ability to change large, and we gave him the chance to do that. So that's what's fun. Like in the end of the day, like that is what's really fun, is being able to show off what you do. But I'm going to go ahead and set up the next encounter. I will see you guys at that one. Alright, so here's our hard encounter, and I've brought out another D&D classic, the Hydra. So this one's going to be tough, because to kill the Hydra, you have to get rid of... You can reduce it to 0, but you also have to get rid of all its heads. So, and again, if you cut off its head, it's kind of like the troll, where you cut off the head, and then it has to take fire damage in order to not grow 2 more heads. So this is going to be a tough one, but I've rolled the initiative. We're going to go ahead and get right to it. Let me make sure the snapping is disabled, because this time we are in a swamp, and Trigva is going first. So he's going to go ahead and grow to Big Trigva, and then he's going to go ahead and he's going to move towards the Hydra here and engage it. However, the Needle Blight there is going to go ahead and take an opportunity attack. But 7 is not going to cut it. Next comes Neville Deep Hollow. He's going to stay where he is, and he's going to throw daggers at that Needle Blight. Okay, so again, since he didn't move, he gets advantage. 20, so that's definitely going to hit. And then offhand, the same thing because of Nick. 18, that's definitely going to hit. Oh, 1 second, actually. Alright, back. Sorry about that. I forgot to put the HP in the AC on all of the tooltips. But yeah, so anyway, we got 22. Oh, wait, hold on. What do I do here? Oh, yeah, so I need to roll the damage. Sorry, silly me. So, Soul Knife 1, Soul Knife 2, and then Sneak Attack damage. So that is probably going to be more than enough to kill this Twig Blight. Yep, definitely. 16 is not a whole lot. So the Twig Blight barely even mattered in this fight. Alright, next comes the Hydra. Okay, so here's where it's gonna get tough, because the Hydra can basically make like as many opportunity attacks as it has heads. It starts with 5, and it can also attack as many heads as it has. So it's going to go ahead and just bite Trigva 5 times. So 1, nope. 2, nope. 3, nope. 4, that's going to hit, and 5. Okay, so only one of those hits. So bite damage of 14, and that's not a lot. So Trigva is actually going to use his racial ability of Storm's Thunder. So let's roll a 1d8. Alright, so 2. Good job. Okay, so 2 thunder damage on the Hydra. I don't think it's immune to thunder or resist. Yep, no, so it's just going to take 2 damage. You know what? That's 2 damage it didn't have before, so optimism. Nija. Oh, what's Nija going to do? Oh, let's delete that Needle Blight from existence. So Nija, you know what? Nija is going to move up close. Yeah, she's going to get close to the Hydra. She's going to she's going to use her 3rd level spell slot to cast Crusader's Mantle. So that's the extra radiant damage. Hold on a second. I know this. 1d8. 1d4 radiant damage. So she's going to cast that, so everyone's attack is going to do more. And then she's going to use her War Cleric ability to do a bonus action mace attack. 23, that's going to hit, so we're going to roll that. 6, and then roll another 1d4 for the radiant damage. 1, so that's 7 damage against the Hydra. Okay, so that's going to be 175. Alright, next the Sea Hag is going to go. I gotta remember what she does. That's going to come into thing next. Ooh, so Death Glare. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so that's a save throw. It's a wisdom save. She's going to go ahead and she's going to Death Glare Trigva. Actually, no, she's going to Death Glare Iran Araneth there. So that's a wisdom save. 3, that's not going to do it. So that's going to do 3d8 psychic damage. So that's 14 against Iran Araneth. So we got that extra 9 gone, which means another 5. Okay. So Iran Araneth, 5, 10, 15, 20. So she's within 30 feet of the Hag. She started her turn there. So she actually needs to make another saving throw. It is a DC 11 saving throw. Otherwise, she's got to be frightened until the start of the next turn. So wisdom save. Come on. Big money, no whammy. 2. Okay, so what is the exact effect now? Dark has a frightened until the start of its next turn, and once it succeeds, it's immune for 24 hours. So frightened, she's going to go ahead and just move at full speed. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. So she's going to run and hide behind that house. Okay. Now Trigva also starts within 30 feet of the Hag. So that is going to be a DC 11 for him. Let's see how wise Trigva is. He is not very wise. So he is going to move 40 feet because he's in giant form. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. Next, Neville D. Paulo. He is not 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he's going to move here. So wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so he is within range, but he didn't start there. So he's going to go in. And he is going to, not with advantage, but he fumbles it. But he's going to use his luck. If he rolls a 1, he can roll 20. Has to use the new roll. So that hits. And then with the nick, he gets to do the same with the offhand weapon. Crit damage. Okay, so regular damage for the first one. crit damage for the second one, and then let's roll the 3d6. So that's going to be 10. That's 19 damage on the sea hag. So let's see. So that's 42. That's 33 with another 9. And then, because he didn't use all of his movement, he's going to move right out of the way of the sea hag's glare. So he's not going to start there anymore. Now, unfortunately for Nija, that Hydra is right there. And it still has 5 heads. So 5 attacks on Nija. 12, 18, so that's 1. 27, that's 2. 13, and 21. So 3 of those are going to hit. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 29 and 7 makes 36. I think Nija might be down. Oh no, just barely. Okay, so minus 9. So 36 minus 9 is going to be 27. So another 27 damage to her main health bar. Ooh, she's going to... Actually, you know what? Hold on a second here. Trigva. Does his shield have a range? Sorry, I'm in the wrong section here. Whenever you or another creature you see within 30 feet of you. Okay, no, she is much further than 30 feet away, so he cannot save her. Sea Hag. She's going to go ahead and Death Glare Nija, because Nija is right there. So it's a Wisdom 11 save, although Nija's pretty wise. Not with a 9, she's not, so that might be the end of Nija. So 3d8, 12. That is the last of her health, and Nija is down. Alright, Araneth. It's the start of her next turn, so she's fine. So she's going to move there, and then you know what? Level 3 magic missile on the hag. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 makes 5. Okay, so 2, 4, 8. 8 and 4 is 12, and 12 and 5 is 17. So that's 17 damage on the hag. So that's going to be 23 and then 7, so it's going to be 16. And then you know what? She's going to bonus action Celestial Revelation. Let's see here. Let me see here. Other than okay, no, that's a very weak. So she's going to do the heavenly wings, and then she's going to go like 30 feet in the air, and she's going to be like, well, not 30 feet in the air. Yeah, so like, oh, how much did she move? So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so she's just going to kind of sit here 10 feet in the air. And now Trigva. Okay. Trigva is now ready for action. He's out of the way. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. And he is really pissed at that hag. So he is going to do his double attack. Oh, scroll down. There we go. So 24 is definitely going to hit. 14, I think, hits. Yeah, that just hits. Okay, so and then you know he's going to add the side damage too. So 8 is 16, and then another side dice is 6, so that is going to be 22 damage. Yep, the hag is down, and somehow she is not the most dangerous thing on the field. And then he's going to go ahead and move another 10 feet because he's big and in charge. Alright, Neville DePaulo doesn't have to worry about necessarily being up close again. So he's going to be there, and he's going to do an attack. 25, that's going to hit. 16, I think 16 misses. Oh no, 16 hits. Okay. So they both hit, and actually, you know what? He does have an ally, so he can do his sneak attack. So roll, roll, and roll. So that's 14, 24, and 2 is 26 damage on the Hydra. But now this is where things get tough for the Hydra, because it took more than 20 damage on its turn. So 175 minus 26, so that's 55 and 49. So whenever the Hydra takes more than 26 damage on its turn, whenever the Hydra takes 25 or more damage on a single turn, one of its heads dies. The Hydra dies if all its heads are dead. At the end of each of its turns, when it has at least one living head, the Hydra grows 2 heads for each of its heads that died since its last turn. Unless it has taken fire damage since its last turn, the Hydra regains 20 HP when it grows new heads. Okay, so this is where it's going to get up. So it now only has 4 heads, so it can only attack Trigva 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So only one of those hits. Roll the 1d10 plus 5. So that's 10 damage on Trigva. Trigva is actually going to use his reaction. I think he only has one more side die after this. So he's only going to take 8 damage. So that's going to bring him down to... He's actually still pretty good. But now it's the end of its turn. It had 4 heads. It lost a head. It didn't take fire damage since the end of its last turn. So it now has 6 heads. So you can see how this thing is pretty dangerous. And then whenever it does this, I believe it also regains 20 health. Yeah, it regrew a new head, so it regained 20 health. So that's going to be 169. And how much is its max health? Yeah, so it can go up to 184. Okay, so it's at 169. The Sea Hag is gone. Nija needs to start making those death saving throws. 6. It's a failure. She is slipping away. So Aran Araneth has to start bringing the fire. So Aran Araneth is going to go ahead and cast Fireball with another 3rd level spell slot. And let me see here. Fireball. It's a Dex saving throw 8d6. Okay, so Hydra. Dex saving throw 16. Does that match? Yeah, it made it. But I believe that's still only half damage. Let's see here. Fireball. Or half as much on a successful save. So 8d6. So it's going to be 26. It takes half of that, so 13 damage. So 36. Now I'm actually trying to remember. Does it have to be from one attack or just in general? On a single turn. So that is not going to cut off a head, but it takes fire damage. So that means that it can't regrow heads if it does. So now Trigva is going to go ahead and double attack again. Alright, so they're both going to hit. And then you know what? He's going to use his last side dice. So that's going to be 21. Still not enough to get rid of the Hydra's head. But it wouldn't grow anyway, because it took the damage. Okay, Neville. Neville's going to go ahead and do his usual, the Neville maneuver. So 24 is going to hit. 20 is going to hit. So roll, roll, and then 3d6. So that's 6 and 18 damage. So 1 and then 8 is going to be 07. Still hasn't lost any damage, but it does have 6 heads now, and it's going to go ahead and use all 6 of its attacks on Trigva. So 1, 2, I said 2, yeah, there you go. So that's 1, 3, 4, that's going to hit. 5. That's going to hit. And 6. So that's 3 attacks. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 16, 26. That's 30 damage on Trigva. Oh, poor Trigva. Okay. So that's his last HP. So 36. So that's going to be 35 damage on him. And he is not feeling too hot right now. Okay, over to Nija. Come on, Nija. Okay, that's a success. Iran Araneth. So she is going to go ahead. And she's going to fly over this way. And I'm going to say she's going to fly up. She's going to fly up out of range of the Hydra. And because it took fire... Oh, wait. Yeah, because it took the fire damage. Wait, it just had a turn. Yeah, she needs to keep laying on that fire damage is the thing. Oh, this is going to be kind of bad. Okay, what does she have that has fire damage? Second level. Because she can transmute the... Oh. You create a 5-foot diameter from... Lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet. Ooh. Ooh, okay. And this is a concentration, and she is effectively out of range of the Hydra. Oh, yeah, range 60, so she can easily stay out of range of the Hydra and put that on the ground. So Flaming Sphere, we are going to do that at a second level. And so we're just going to go ahead and put it right here. And hold on, what happens when... Okay, so it's just a save against the sphere. So she can keep the sphere right near the Hydra and hopefully do fire damage against it. Okay, so dexterity save for the Hydra. 15. I think that's just gonna make it. Yeah, hers is 15. Dang, that's not great. That is really not great. Okay, but you know what? She's gonna bonus action move it into the Hydra space. So that's a. I think she can do that. That's another save. Yeah. So, oh wait, no. Okay, we're just gonna say she moved it into its space. Okay, so that's her turn. Trigva, he is definitely gonna second wind, cause god dang, 4. Okay, how many? You can use. Oh, but it's a bonus action. Okay, well, you know what? He can always. If he survives, he can always do it again next turn, I suppose. Okay, Neville D. Paulo. Let's see. Again, with advantage because there's an ally nearby, so it's going to hit. And then attack. 14's... I think 15 is the Hydra's AC. Yeah, so second one's not going to hit. Well, let's roll that damage. And then, because he had advantage, he can use his sneak attack. So that is 21 damage against the Hydra. So that's going to be 86. Alright. So they're chipping away at... Okay, the Hydra... Again, 6 attacks against Trigva. The odds are not good. 24. 27 is going to hit. 24 is going to hit. 23 is going to hit. And then 6 is 18. Okay, so 3 of them are going to hit. So 1, 2, 3. That's all of Trigva. Trigva is not doing so hot. Oh, I did not mean to stabilize him. There we go. Okay, Trigva is down. Nija's got to make that death save. Nope, failing. Ron Araneth, you know what? She's going to bonus action move the sphere so that the Hydra takes fire damage. So, well, hopefully. 14, it takes the fire damage. Okay, how much is that damage again? It is 2d6. So that's 11. So that's going to be 75. Now Now that's just a bonus action, but it's not a spell. She can now cast a spell. So she is going to... Let's see, she's used... Didn't she use another third level spell before? No, actually she hasn't. She still has 2 3-level spells. So you know what? We're gonna 5th level spell Magic Missile again against that Hydra. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 8, 11. 4 is 15, 15, and 3 is 18. So that's another 18 damage against the Hydra. So that's... Oh wait, that's 6, and then that's gonna be 57. Now, because that was... Now, it took fire damage, and it took more than 20 damage. So it loses a head, and it can't regenerate it next turn. So maybe we can turn this around. Trigva, come on, man. Okay, that's 1 success. Neville, he's just gonna keep doing his thing. He can't do much. Oh, hold on a second here. Come on, scroll down to the bottom. Okay, 11, but he has to move, so he has advantage. So 26 hits. And 13 doesn't hit, but... And then we're definitely going to do that 18. So that is 24 damage. Oh, that's... Oh, God, it's 25 for a head, isn't it? Oh, where is it? Yeah, it's 25. Oh, my God, Neville's so close to cutting off a head. But it's just 24 damage. So that's going to be 33. All right. The Hydra now, the Hydra's coming for him. It's going to move here. And it's going to try chomping at Neville, but at least it only has 5 heads. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, critical. And 5. I think 19 hits Neville, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, 19 is going to hit Neville, and one of them's a crit. Oh boy. Okay, so crit damage 17, bite damage 12. And 11. Okay. So Neville is going to take his reaction. And he's going to have that 17. So that's going to be 8. 8 and 12 is 20. 31. Does Neville even have 30? Oh, he does. Okay. So 31 minus 9 is 22. So another 22 damage off him. Oh, he is just hanging in there. Nija, come on, girl. Nija is dead. Nija is so dead. Araneth, you know what? I said I wasn't gonna cheat. Okay, well, actually, first of all, bonus action, put the fireball into the Hydra. 11's not gonna do it, and so it takes the... Oh God, what was it? 3d8 damage. Oh, wait, no. Oh, she only has 2 third level. Okay, so that's all of her second level, all of her third level spell slots. Okay, so it's 2d6. Okay, so that's 11 damage against the Hydra, and it can't regenerate. And then you know what? It is cheesy. I don't necessarily like doing it, but at the same time, I think this would just be the tactical thing to do, and that's Magic Missile, second level spell slot, so 4. So 4, 7, 7 and 4 is 11, 11 and 5 is 16. So that's 16 damage against the Hydra. So that's 1, and then 12 minus 6 is 6. And because it took more than 20 damage, it's now down to 4 heads, and it took fire damage, so it doesn't regenerate those. Okay. Trigva, man, come on. We need you. Oh, 2 successes for Trigva. Okay, Neville DePaulo. You know what? He can do this. He can totally do this. He hasn't moved, so he's going to give himself advantage. So 14, 21, that's going to hit. 18 is going to hit, so 5, 1d4, sneak attack, 8 and 7 is 15. that is the last of the Hydra's damage, and the Hydra goes down. So, I think, once again, I think things are kind of lining up really well. This was a hard fight. 2 people went down, both of whom are the frontliners. Like, even when you consider the fact that Nija went with the caster ability and, isn't wearing the heavy armor that you might necessarily think the Warcaster, it should still be a valid choice. You can still be a Warcaster and wear the lighter armor. It's just you have to kind of do things differently. And again, that's why I allowed her to do the stat change. But at the same time, though, it's like Trigva went down, Nija went down, and here's the truth. Iran Arena, she is the hero of this particular combat, with Celestial Revelation allowing her to fly out of the Hydra's range. She had the spell that she could consistently deal fire damage with, and then the fact that she could upcast Magic Missile to just unload and guarantee the damage on the Hydra. Basically, every time she cast Magic Missile, every time she hit with fire and cast Magic Missile, that was the Hydra losing a head and not being able to regenerate it. The fact that it was able to regenerate once, which was kind of just dumb luck because Trigva really hit it hard. That's something to consider when you're fighting this. Like honestly, I was not really strategizing here. I was more like just trying to be like, okay, let's fight whatever's in front of us. But that's not, that's not what you want your party to do. You want your party to think and strategize. But in this case, it was very much a fact of they were on the back foot and they needed to take that Hydra down. So, yeah, again, hard difficulty. Nija properly died. She failed her death saving throws. Trigva was, in fact, let's just see if Trigva would. Let's see what happened if one more turn passed. So fail. Yeah, so success. So Trigva could have made it. But this is the point where it would be like, maybe we need to go on a quest to revive Nija. But yeah, no, I like the way this turned out. I feel maybe the medium encounters are still a little easy, but again, I think that's because they're going in fresh. I think if you throw medium encounters at your player and they're doing multiples a day, that is definitely going to kind of balance out, and those medium encounters will start to be harder. However, I think if you're going to have these really hard encounters, like, you almost need those to be their own encounters, because these guys went in fresh, and so far they have either been barely surviving, and they actually failed last time. Last time they actually failed pretty handily. So yeah, but I think so far, I think the easy encounters have been easy. I think the medium encounters have been, moderately difficult. Maybe a little too easy. But again, consider that this is going to be over, the course of an adventure and not just them going in fresh every time. And then the hard encounters, when they're fresh, have been properly hard. So yeah, again, I think this is still going strong. I think for next time, I really have to consider giving these guys some better magical items. I kind of skipped last time, and I think maybe we need to start giving them some proper things and not just like the shield that's basically a shield but you can change the face of it, which that's Trigva's shield right now. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. If you could do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, and of course keep doing what makes you awesome. Thank you very much, and goodbye.